So, welcome to Murky Station. Have to look up the name. I've been here a few times, as you can tell by this number here. One of those will be on camera, the other two will not. Sadly, the other two were a result of bugged footage. I beat this solo stealth. First time actually trying to record it actually. Got all the loot out, I was really happy with myself, you know. I can put it on YouTube. Nope. Footage didn't capture, I have to do it again. Second time I did it. After a few, it took me a couple tries obviously. I did it one time. Right at the end, I accidentally tripped a laser. I managed to get out, but I missed 3 loot bags. Which obviously doesn't mean it's not all loot. Which means I have to do it again. Anyway. There you go. You need thermal paste to open that. So these security cards, they take 10 seconds to open. You'll find a number of them placed along the sides of these trains. You have to open them first and then you have to hack them, which takes 10 seconds. Open them takes about 2 or 3 seconds, not too long at all, but the 10 second is long enough to get you caught. Another thing to note about those security panels is with ECMs, they don't work at all. You can't hack them, you can't open them up, you literally can't touch them. So it means you can't ECM rush this heist, which is a good thing because Shadow Raid became a joke because of ECM rushes. Anyway, take the hard drive here. This is one of the 4 pieces of equipment you're going to need. There's 4 pieces of equipment throughout the map you're going to have to pick up. There is a hard drive, a blowtorch, thermal paste and a key card. You'll recognise those from various heists. Most notably, the thermal paste is from Shadow Raid, Shadow Raid sewers. The key card is basically from every heist ever. The blowtorch is most recently featured in Point Break heist beneath the mountain. And the hard drive is, I believe it's only been featured in Train heist to hack open the train cars. But yeah, you're going to need most of these. You're going to need at least 2 of these equipments, depending on how much you want to complete. You'll need 2 of them to actually finish the mission, or the 2 correct ones, because obviously you need to open up 2 containers and each one will require a different thing. So if you want to get the 2 with the 2 containers in, they will have the bomb, the EMP bombs, and then you just deliver them to the exit. However, if you want to go a little bit above and beyond, you want to get the last 2 and then you will use them to open up the last 2 containers, which will each contain 6 guns. However, these are new weapons, specially designed apparently by Murky because they're battle rifles and pistols which you can run with, which you can't run with the other guns. So it's a lot nicer to see guns and stuff that you can run with, because having to walk in stealth with heavy loot bags is a pain in the ass, especially in a map as small and fairly crowded as this. Something else you're going to want to do is find this red container. This red container spawns here all of the time. I already covered this, didn't I? No, I didn't. This red container spawns here all of the time on Death Wish. However, the content on it, or what it says, is different. So the train yard is here, the basement is below. You'll see train yard, it has server equipment, which is the hard drive that I've picked up. I can't read the rest because it's god piece of shit. Notices on the right, you'll see key card box has been moved to people forgetting their keys. It's in the basement now. In the basement you can see blow torches and construction equipment, which is actually thermal paste in English translation. So there you go. That means everything else we're going to need is in basement. So that means we need to go to the basement. In the basement, you'll see 2 additional sets of guns, which makes for a total of 14 bags. Here you'll see the Civ with the blowtorch. You can easily just pick one from there. And he's not really going to be too concerned about it, to be honest, considering. You know what, I'm actually just going to... Oh, of course, he's in a awkward position. Let's move you then, friend. And here you go is the first set of things that we're going to need. Gun, pistols. And the second thing you're going to need is an actual set of assault rifles or guns. I don't think it really matters what you decide to call them. There you go, you're going to need that thermal paste, and here is the set of assault rifles or guns that you're going to need. And this will take me to spawn, where I can safely store the pistols and the bullets, or the guns, rather. Blah. Bloody camera, yeah. Fucking camera. Nope. Listen to me, friend. No. And one final thing I do want to demonstrate, that's all the guns here. It always spawns a battle rifle and a pistol on Death Wish from what I've seen. And the final thing I want to show off about these sewers, or this basement, is this thing. More notably the vents. So the cool thing about the vents is there's various vent covers throughout the underground. They can't see you underneath here. You can run through a loop back under here, and you can get to almost any part of the area for free. You hear that radio? Almost everything has an audio cue. You can hear the drillers with their drills and saws and the construction equipment in order to find those. And the radio marks the key cards, which is obviously the last thing on our list to pick up. So that's just kind of like a neat little thing, isn't it? There you go. So every single item you're going to need will have its own audio cue that if you listen to, you'll be able to find it very easily. So that's awesome, isn't it? Nice little thing if you listen out for them. The drones above are basically cameras, and for all intents and purposes they are indestructible. No killing them whatsoever. However, you can shut down the cameras, I believe. Or at least I have been told that you can shut them down. I don't exactly know where you do that, but I've never felt like I had to do it, because you can complete this heist without you doing anything like that, without shutting down cameras. You really don't need, it's not really a heist where you need to do that, because you won't be down in the basement for long enough where I think that comes under effect. Hiding under the train is still probably the best way to hide and get away from Murkies if you need to do so. It's definitely the most accessible hiding spot, as you can do it almost anywhere. Now we're going to do a full observation. And we're going to click our mouse, you see the red circle. Which means if I click again, it will cancel the action, which is something that's really important, considering I can get fucked up right.
Looks like the EMP isn't here, but there might be some other valuable loot for us. You can either check it now, or come back later.
Oh, don't. No, don't, please. Thank you. So as you can see, here are the 6 cases. There's 3 pistols and 3 assault rifles in each, even though the specifics aren't too important. Is he turning around? Am I about to get in trouble? Is Chain's about to be in a pickle? No. Okay. So far this is all going perfectly fine. Oh, it's like 1 second to open them. I didn't actually know it was that quick. Let's just beep boop beep. You don't need any skills to hack these things, by the way. I don't think it's sped up by lockpick, but it might be. There you go. This is the vault that requires the hard drive to open. Fortunately, we have it. Oh, come on. How am I getting the unlucky spawn every time I'm doing this? So there's 2 spawns. There is the van spawn and the boat spawn. The boat spawn is literally right there. The van spawn is right at your spawn. The boat spawn is very much easier. So, yeah, this is going to be annoying. But not impossible. Because we can just use the vents to navigate our way back. And this is the closest way back to the exit is from here. I'm about to show you guys a little funny trick of mine. What? You just picked up 3 bags? Hacks. Let me explain what this is. This is Carry Stacker Reloaded. What it does is it allows you to pick up multiple bags at once, up to a certain limit of course. I believe it's about 6, and then once you do that, it will add on the movement penalty from each bag, and it will continue to stack. You'll continue to move very, very slowly if you keep picking up too many bags. You'll just move really slowly. Now, on heists such as Golden Grim, where you're moving the 30 loot bags at the end of the heist, which is very boring, tedious, and takes far too long, it's extremely useful. But some people may go, well, you know, isn't that cheating? And to them I say, no, not really, I don't think so. But it's all subject to opinion, of course. Now, a lot of people, or a couple of people, may view that as cheating, and that is perfectly fair, and that is within their opinion to say that. To decide what they believe is cheating and what they believe is not, and you mod the game accordingly. But I believe it's not, because not only is moving 30 bags in stealth a pain in the ass and takes far too long and it just speeds up your time wasting, but also it's risk versus reward. On a heist like these, being able to move the 6 bags at once, the argument for it being cheating is that if you're moving them all at once, you have less chance to get caught, because obviously you'll only be out 1 time as opposed to like 6, therefore it gives you an advantage. The counter argument, however, to this is that if you're moving so much slower because you're carrying those 6 bags, since you can't move too much and dodge out of the way, you're very much more likely to be caught. And you people know, if you play Shadow Raid, moving an artifact, obviously not without cheating and using the ECM rush, I mean legit playing it, stealthing it, and then you try and move an artifact, you are shitting your pants because you're like, I'm going to get caught, I'm going to get caught, I'm going to get caught, because you're moving like 2 miles an hour, and you literally, if the guy comes around the corner, you're dead, you can't do anything about it unless you can deal with him. So, moving that slow is actually very dangerous, and it's actually a balance of risk versus reward. So, you know, it's not as OP as it will first sound, but I will admit it is like it does have aspects of cheatiness, but it's up to the player really to define whether they think it's cheating. If you do, don't use it. If you don't, then, you know, great. Link in the description if you want to use it. If you don't, don't. But the way I see it, it's a BLT mod, and it's not like a hack or anything like that. It doesn't change the core game files or anything like that. It simply just allows you to carry more than you should. But another thing that I do want to mention, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to try out this mod so much, is because with the new Enforcer tree coming soon, there is a new transporter skill. Now you may be thinking, oh, transporters are a really old skill. What do you mean the new transport skill? Well, they're reworking it. The core concept of being able to throw the bags just as far as the same. However, there is a slight change in the fact that you can now carry 2 bags at once, which becomes the ace version of it. I was curious to see how OP that would be, because people have asked for, oh, I want to carry 2 bags, you know, since like the start of the game. People are like, why can't we carry too many bags? It's so slow moving all the bags. And heists have only gotten worse with their more and more loot bags each time, to the point where we just have like far too many loot bags. We're carrying like 30 on Big Bank and stuff like that. And then and don't even talk about Overdrill, which is like 70 gold or something like that, or 14 money, and then like the 50, 60 gold on top of it. So, you know, it's an interesting topic of conversation, definitely. Of, you know, what people define as cheating, and I'm going to be curious to hear what you guys' opinions on it is. But the way I see it, it's not really cheating, and a lot of people might invalidate this run. Why am I only carrying 5? Oh shit, I must have missed one. And if people want to invalidate this run and say it doesn't count because I cheated, then you know what, you can go ahead and do that, because it's personal opinion, and to me this is just a personal accomplishment, and it's not like I'm going to be submitting this as a record. And yes, the title's probably going to say, you know, Death Wish, Murky Station, solo, all loot possible, and you know, you may say that and you may be angry by that. You may think, no, that's not fair, you used mods, you cheated, whatever, and you know what, that's completely fine. People can have their own opinions, and if people want to call me a cheater, I'm a cheater. But from what I believe is going to happen, I know people are going to agree and disagree, but I think professional players or maybe not, obviously not pros, because saying professional players for Payday is a bit silly, but like experienced players that especially play stealth a lot will understand, or maybe they might not like it, they may not agree, and they might think that is a cheating mod, I wouldn't use it, but I think they'll be able to at least understand why this mod isn't immediately as broken and overpowered as it looks from face value. There's a gun here that I didn't pick up. There was only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. What happened? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I secured the 2 guns. Oh no, it's down there. Really hard to see, isn't it? Huh. Ah, shit. Okay. Whew. You are not being fair, right? You're kind of cheating. Stop cheating. Fucker. Okay. Drone scout in the air. So something I want to say is when the drone is red, it is not active. It can't scan you, and then when it's white, it will begin to start scanning as a camera. Now, as I've said, there's 14 loot bags. There's a pistol and a battle rifle down in the basement, and then there's 2 sets of 6 in each carriage. So I just have to kind of pick up the last 6, and then I can start making my way out of here. And I think I have a rough idea of where it is. The last set of pistols and bullets and such. I'm just going to head my way over there. Yeah, you can see now it's white, it is detecting me where it wasn't previously. Y'all gonna make me lose my mind up in here.
God, careful. Stay back.
There you go. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the final hack. As you can see, this is the exact same thing they used in the Point Break heist in Beneath the Mountain when you started hacking open those vaults. Just an interesting fun fact trivia fiesta, you know. And again, don't trip those lasers because that will set off the alarm and then you're done fiesta if you do that. So be very careful. Make sure I get all 6 before I drop the walk out. Okay. He's going to be a problem, isn't he? That guard. What I'm going to do, I'm going to... It's awkward having to pick them all back up, actually. That is a problem. Takes a few seconds to do it, actually. Oh, so ECMs do jam the joints. That's interesting. You can't turn them off, but you can jam them. But it also jams the panels. Anyway, 18 minutes is not a bad time actually to walk out with all the loot. And if you've done it successfully, you should have the 2 mission bags and the 14 excess loot bags. So if there's anything I forgot to cover for this heist, I am terribly sorry, but hopefully, you know, this will give you a hint on how to beat it. If you weren't sure before, you should be able to beat it yourself now, give you some hints maybe and some tips. And I hope this helps you further your heisting career and you can get all the achievements for this mission. I'll come up with the rest of the achievements and stuff later. And my name is Jays. And thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye bye. Just want to see the 14, just to prove I did not do anything dodgy. It should say 14. 14 additional loot. There you go. 16 bags total. Obviously the 2 default and then the 14 extra loots. And there we go. You'll see the payout for it. You probably don't care, but nothing great, nothing terrible, but good enough, right?